So I'm back, and I'm back with fucking story time and a Stripper Diaries story time, and it's kind of like a story time to what is it? That's why I was like doing it with the P. I suck. Forewarn you, like not to just like jump into things or like rush into anything, and to like really think out your plans because like when I first got home from Florida, like I don't know, it was just like so different. Like I had to like go back to working at like fast food, so I had a job at Burger King, which like really sucked. Like one day I was just like fuck it, like why am I working at Burger King where I know I can like make so much more money? And like I googled all these clubs in Providence, which I really didn't even do my research. That's what I'm saying. Like really do your research when you go to like figure out clubs you want to work at because I really didn't do my research and I just saw like I looked at the prettiest, like I was like, "Oh yeah, that's like a really nice club. Like I would love to dance there." Um and fucking I just was like, and I didn't even have a car at the time, and I looked at Providence, and Providence is about like an hour away from me. So, didn't have a car, like I already like spent mad money on weed, like I already kind of blew my check. I had like $40 or $30 to my name. And fucking I was like, I'm going to use this $40 to get me to Providence, and then I'm gonna fucking hustle my ass in Providence once I get a job because I'm gonna get fucking hired, and then get a cab home because you know that's how I thought it was gonna work out. That's how I thought it was gonna fucking work out. Okay, but come to reality, so I have my friend Althea drive me up to Providence. I give her $30 for gas. Fucking I get to Providence, the first club she drops me off at. They hire me, but they hire me for tomorrow. Okay, well I need to be hired tonight. I need money to get home. So on this like on the like street that this club was on, it was like a big main like strip club street. So there's like three other clubs right on the street. So I walk to the next one. Same thing. They hire me, but they hire me for tomorrow. There's too many dancers on tonight. In which I went on like a Friday, Saturday night. So fucking I go to the next one. And this one is like the biggest known club in fucking Providence. And I'm too young. That you have to be 21. At the time I was only 19. So I'm too young for this club. So I'm like, shit, I'm literally like at this lady like, I don't have a ride to the next club. Like, I need money for tonight to get home. Like, please just let me dance. Let me do one fucking dance. Let me just do one dance so I can just get money to go home, okay? So she's like, I really can't. Like, it's our, like, really law. Like, you're beautiful. Come back when you're 21. And I'm just like, I can't. I need money to go home. What do you mean? So I like, and well, this is all like I'm literally crying at this point. Like I'm stuck. Like what the fuck? Like I need to get money to go home. Like at least to fucking get home at this point. So I'm fucking sitting there, like crying to this lady, and like this old like I don't know, this old dude just like walks out and he like sees me crying, and then like me and her finish talking. I just go outside, light a cigarette, and I'm just sitting there smoking it. He's like, "Oh, I heard what happened. There's another club like right down the street. Do you want me to drive you there?" And he ends up dropping me off there, and I was like, "Oh, thank you." Like literally, like I don't know. There's like creepy guys, and then there's like creepy there's gonna be a creepier guy. Well, this guy was like really sweet. You could tell like he was definitely like he thought I was like beautiful and like he enjoyed having me sit in his car, but he respected me and he wasn't a creep. But there's a creep in this story. But fucking, so I get to this club, and fucking same thing. I wasn't old enough. Like you have to be 21, and I was like, and now you're not even on the other street. Like now I'm just screwed. Like I don't even know where I'm at now. Like I'm in a different place than I was before. So it's like I don't even know Providence. Like yeah, like Providence is in Rhode Island, so it's not Massachusetts. Like it's in a different like state. Like I was just so confused, and I was like fucking mind boggled. So I'm sitting outside this next club, and this cab goes, I don't know, like a Brazilian, Mexican, whatever. He's like, "Oh my god, do you want a ride?" And I'm like, "I don't have any money." Like, no, I don't have any money. And he goes, "No, I'll give you a ride." And I'm like, "I don't have any money." And he's like, "No, fine, I'll give you a ride." And I'm like, "Okay, well I'm just going to blah blah blah." And I told him the last clubs I went to because like that's just like I knew like that's where I knew I was, like I knew the street name, like I just knew I was like I knew where I was there. So I had him bring me back there, and like as I'm like this is the creep. So as like he brings me there, we're in front of the club, and he goes, "Show me tits." And I'm like, "No, what the fuck? I'm already here, dude. Sorry, like I can just open the door and go. Like you're a fucking creep. Like I said I have no money. Like, and I'm not fucking, that's what I'm saying. Like, no offense, Providence is known for prostitution, and if I would have did my research, I would have been like, fuck no, I'm not gonna go get myself stranded in Providence. So yes, and I was like, no dude, like, don't get punched in the face, like, no. And I got out of the car, cause like, no, like, you already brought me here, like, all I have to do is get out of the car, and I wish you would grab me, like, what the fuck? Like, no. So yeah, I just got out of the car, but that was the creep of the situation. And I just, like, sit there. The club had like these stairs on the side of the building, and I was just sitting there like chain smoking cigarettes. I called my mom. I'm like flipping on her, like, "Mom, fucking find a ride for me! Like I'm fucking stuck in Providence. Like it's getting dark out. Like oh my god, they're gonna think I'm a prostitute. Like oh my god." Like, oh my god, I was just flipping out. My mom was like, "Oh my god, stop flipping out on me. You did this to yourself." And I'm just like, I know. So I'm sitting there, and like I seen this like these two ladies. And I picked up because I always pick up on anyone with like tattoos, and one of them was like really pretty, and she just was covered in tattoos. They were just like was walking in and out of the club, and like one of the times they were walking out, one of them asked me for a cigarette, and I was like, "Yeah, I got you." I gave her a cigarette, and freaking, she goes, I've been in and out a couple times, and you've still been sitting here. What are you sitting here for?" And I go, "I'm kind of just stuck." Yeah, I'm just stuck. And she goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Yeah, I tried to, like, I wanted to work tonight, and, like, I was planning to make money to get a ride home tonight, and I couldn't, I didn't get hired. Well, like, I have to start tomorrow." And fucking, she was like, "Where do you live?" And I was like, "Kingston." And Rhode Island has a North Kingston, and Massachusetts has Kingston. So she was like, "Oh, North Kingston?" And I was like, "No, Kingston, Massachusetts." She goes, "Oh, shit." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, damn, yeah. She goes, "Nah, I got you." And I was like, "I have no money. I have no money." And she goes, "No, I got you. Don't worry. I'm not going to leave you here." And I'm like, oh my god, really? Like, I was so fucking excited. I was like, no offense, like, my mom's gonna give you cigarettes when we get to my house. I got weed, we're gonna smoke. Like, what do you mean? I got you. And literally, like, we drove. She had to, like, pick up her friend from work. He, like, came out with, like, it was, like, my first ever trying, and I was underage, so that was, like, root beer beers, like, actual beer, but it's, like, root beer. I've never, like, I don't know, I didn't know that was a thing. But it was so good, and like we were like, it was just so much fun. Like she was like a wicked chill lady. We just like talked about life, and like I don't know, it just shows like life can suck sometimes, but there are beautiful fucking people in this world, and I wouldn't have survived a lot of the shit that I went through if it wasn't for beautiful people. Like, and this is why I say don't. Okay, so yeah, that was like my morals and my story time on fucking don't rush into anything. Literally plan it out. Look at, like, do your research. Don't rush into anything, because you'll end up a fucking stranded stripper. Shit crying on the side of the road. But, okay. But when I say, like, I don't know, I've met some of the most beautiful, kind-hearted people in the, like, strip clubs that I've worked at. Honestly, like, in Florida, I literally had to leave, like, abruptly because my ex was very abusive, and it was just a situation I couldn't handle anymore. So I had to leave abruptly without, like, any money, like, just, like, literally, like, pack my stuff, like, in the middle of the night and just go. And I literally had no money, like, but I had so much stuff with me in Florida. And I was, like, sitting at the club, like, the night before, like, trying to, like, I need to leave tomorrow. Like, I need to leave tomorrow. And I'm, like, talking to one of the girls, and she was like, and I'm like, no offense, like, we're both looking. I'm like, there's not enough money for me to be able to pay for my bags to go home tomorrow. And I'm, like, stressing, like, no offense. Like, I was scared for my life at one point. Like, very scared for my life. And, like, the idea of staying one more night was just outrageous to me. And she could see it in my face. She could see it, like, she was a mom. And she just understood, like, she didn't want, like, her daughter to be in the situation that I was in.
And I was just stuck, and there was like no money coming in, and I just needed to get all my stuff, and I didn't want to leave all my stuff. Like, I worked hard for everything that I own, and to leave it with that man would have just broke my heart, even though, like, I know it was like selfish and I should have just thought about my safety. I just couldn't leave my stuff with him. And fucking, she ended up like seeing it in my face how like worried and how I needed to go, that she she drove, I like texted, Short was picking me up from the club, and I texted him, I was like, hey, one of the girls wants to smoke with me, she's gonna give me a ride home. And he was like, okay, just be home by this time, like. So she literally drives me back to her house. Her husband gives me like $200 for all my bags to be like, so I have enough money to bring all my bags home with me. And I was just like, no offense, you didn't have to do that. Like, that wasn't even her money, that was her husband's money. And like, for her to go out of her way to make sure I was safe, she literally texted me the whole ride home. She made sure I got home, and she like made sure I was with my mom. Like, I don't know, you meet amazing people, and like, I don't want to say knock everybody, because like, but I just say focus on yourself when you walk in there. But some of the people you will like meet in there will literally change your life and your perspective on life, because she taught me, like, I don't know, she just like showed me my self-worth, and that someone that literally just met me in 2 minutes can treat me with so much respect, so much genuine care. Then why shouldn't someone that says they love me treat me with something like that? Something so much more than that. So, I don't know. I didn't mean for this to get so deep, but yes, I've met some of the most beautiful women in my fucking life in the strip club, and that's why I fucking never say, like, knock anyone for being a stripper, because you don't know what they, like, had to do. Like, you don't know what brought them to those circumstances, you know? So, yes. On that note, I like ruined my makeup. I wanted to record more videos after this. I'm done. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.